83 cars in the Parc Fermé of the 37th Rallye du Valais. 21 stages to go over some 2 days. Number one is Juha Kankkunen. We talked to him in the paddock.
It's the first time you are coming here in Switzerland, isn't it?
Yes, okay. I have been in Switzerland a lot, but first time here in Valais. And first
So
time
for rally?
First time for the rally, yes.
What do you expect here? To win, of course.
Try to. We will see then how it works.
As the 4 times world champion sets off, we asked Burry what he thought about driving against Juha Kankkunen. And he explained it was a dream to drive a rally against one of the greatest drivers of all time.
Donc tout le monde l'espère. Enfin tous les pilotes qui sont là, c'est extraordinaire de pouvoir une fois avoir
A delighting chance then for this young man to see what he can do to prove himself against the top rally star for the last decade.
J'espère que certains feront des exploits.
3 times winner then, Burry running as number 2 away next. If the spectators came out to see Kankkunen, they were going to have something of a disappointment. He came past them once. On a little bridge, he damaged a rear wheel, destroyed the gearbox, and Kankkunen out of the rally. So Burry once again the favourite to win on his favourite event. Subaru have been having a tough time this year. At the beginning of it, certainly, but things are getting better and looking up all the time. This is the Astra of Valais, provisional leader in the Swiss Championship. We take the overhead shot to follow him and watch his lines on this tarmac section. He's pressing on to some considerable effect with front-wheel drive, of course, as opposed to four-wheel drive on the Subaru. Formula 2 and Henri's Peugeot 306, 5th on stage 1. On these mountain roads, the F2 cars are going very well. Another aerial shot. The Peugeot being thrown about with some gay abandon here. Sounding good. The car getting on with the job as we go to Valais now. Second fastest after the first 3 stages. And again, some determined performance going on. An opportunity to look at the glorious Swiss scenery. One man who didn't look at it for long was Kankkunen. We asked him what happened.
What happened exactly?
No, just, it was a narrow bridge, very slow corner, and I touched a little bit fence and I bent the rear wheel. But, that was not the reason for anything, that we have done everywhere. But, the bent rear wheel somehow affect, to the transmission and blocked the whole transmission so that it broke the main shaft.
Impossible to go further?
No, not possible, because there were no gears left. And first time in my life that I retire from the speed of 20 kilometers an hour, that there was almost nothing.
The water flows and a flying performance by Roux. 8th on stage 1, 6th on stage 2, 3rd and 5th on the next 2 stages. Really getting on with the job here and pressing on to some considerable effect. Dealing with these narrow roads with considerable aplomb. Girolamo going better in the same car as Roux, 3rd overall. Meanwhile, in the Group N category, Caron is leading and making a good fist of it. The Cosworth getting the power down, always spectacular to watch, particularly from this aerial shot. Nice tight lines. Brand F in charge. Burry, fastest on all the stages except one. Only 4th on stage 5. He had some mechanical problems. The Subaru seemingly has recovered and is going well now again. Will it be able to maintain its position? The big surprise of the rally, young Valais in the Clio F2 car. Second, on the first day of the rally, the first two-wheel drive car against the four-wheel drive cars. A very determined performance indeed. The Lancia may be old, but it's still competitive. In third place, not wanting to take risks, is Girolamo. Henri is fourth overall, the second of the two-wheel drive cars. A creditable performance here. Caron, meanwhile, is fifth overall. He was third last year, but then, of course, it was with Group A. It's Friday evening. Away they go again, and Burri is the man to watch. Now 1 minute 47 seconds ahead of the next challenger. Caron, no problems. The Escort running like a Swiss watch. End of day one, start of day two, 9 stages to go. From the air, we watch Burri take the start. He's now in control of the rally. The Subaru has been a long time coming to real rally winning form. They won the World Championship last year. It's been a difficult time in the early part of this year. But by now, they're really beginning to pick up places and get the wins that they've deserved throughout the year. With driving like this, one can't be surprised that they're doing it. Burri going really well. But if he's spectacular, there's another man who's going on just as hard, just as fast behind him. As the Subaru goes out of sight, we concentrate now on Gillet with the Clio. This is real talent in this man's performance. Only two-wheel drive as opposed to four-wheel drive, don't forget. Really pressuring very hard indeed. It will be interesting to watch Renault's progress over the next few years in rallying, particularly when they're not being bothered with their Formula One aspirations. We asked Gillet what he thought he could have done on this rally had he actually proved himself as quick as he'd hoped to be. Did he think he could be second?
Deuxième, c'était inespéré ici?
No, he
Ouais, au
replied.
départ, voyons, bon, c'est clair, roux.
He thought that sixth would be okay here. But now they've made it up to second place. It's almost unbelievable. Obviously, a young man delighted with his performance.
Qui est très fort.
Some work going on the cars here as he explains further that he hopes to go even better as the rally goes on, and we come to the last stages at the ski centre at Verbier. Already the snow present, and Burri the man to watch. He doesn't have to go quickly anymore. He can afford to play to the crowd a little bit. Controlling the rally from the front, but to win, he's got to finish every stage. It's still spectacular. Brakes crying a bit. Wind it up, they say, but he knows what he's got to do. To win, you first must finish. A fair indication of the immense ability of this young man. Gillet really doing the drive of his life on day two. 3 times he was fastest on stages with the Clio. Hanging on to that second place overall, this has been a remarkable performance by a young driver, and certainly a very promising one by the Clio. Urged on to greater efforts, he doesn't need them. Second is a fine place for him to finish in. Jean-Laurent Girolamo, proving that the Lancia, though somewhat aging, is still a force to be reckoned with. The Integrale, a well-developed car, has taken him through to a fine third place at the finish. While Valais is 7th overall, his title of Swiss champion is safe. In Group N, there was no doubt about the leader and the man who was going to win it. 5th overall, Caron. A fine drive in the Escort Cosworth. These cars now developed, possibly going better than ever before. No longer a rally car with a future, certainly a rally car with a tremendous pass. This is Girolamo with the Lancia, showing just how well these cars can and do go still. They may no longer be works entries, but they're still competitive in the right hands and in private hands. The beauty of Switzerland seen at its best. Meanwhile, back at the finish, Burri and the rest of the top three are on the podium. The champagne flows, there's confirmation of the results. Burri, Gillet, Girolamo, Roux and Carroll. That's the top five. But for young Olivier Buret, it's dry off the shoes and do the donuts for the crowd. He earned their applause and he earned this great win in the rally. A fine performance for Subaru.